A big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video.
Morning everyone, fantastic to see you all again. So I am super excited. It is heather season. I've just got back from Japan just in time for the best heather, and I think it's an interesting day today. It's been raining. I think if I just sort of walk over here and just show you what I can see, I think we got some amazing clouds. So I think there's a really good chance of getting something good. So I'm going to walk up to a regular spot that I've shot before. I've never really got an amazing shot of the heather here with some decent clouds, but I think today should be the day, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, so the heather's really good at the moment. And what's making it even better is there's just been raining, so there's like water drops and everything. So I think this is going to be excellent. I'm just going to hope for a few breaks in the clouds as it goes lower. This is a shot I've taken lots of times before, but I quite like this with the just being illuminated with the water on here, and then just the top of the rocks being lit up, and then the rock in the background's being lit up. There is some heather a little bit further forward, but I feel like this grass is a little bit more interesting. So yeah, the light's amazing at the moment. I mean, just look at that over there with that tree. It just looks so good. And this looks so good too. So yeah, I'm just getting this grass down here, which looks really amazing. Oh my word, look at this. The mist is rising over there in the valley. Oh, it just looks so good. Oh, just got a quick shot on my phone there. Oh my word, that looks amazing. There's a lot of things going on at the moment, and when this happens, it's really difficult not to just lose sight of where you're trying to photograph. And I know there's a really, really good composition up here, which you've seen before from me, but I've got a really good chance of getting something really special. So I've got to grab a few shots on the way, but not waste too much time. So I'm gonna go up this hill, not very far, probably a few hundred meters, and see if we can get this shot. Right, I've put the hood up. Midges, hate them, always hate them, but they've come out in a vengeance around here. So this is a shot I've shot hundreds of times before. I've just got to hope the light comes out, because I think it's going to be really spectacular. I feel like a little bit higher up would be good, because I could get over there. There's some really nice fields that are being lit up, but the thing is that the tricky thing here is that this peak always sort of rests on the horizon. There's not a lot you can do about it. You go lower and you're too low to see the other peak, you go higher, and I don't feel like you get close enough to the heather. But what I've got here looks okay, and I'm being eaten alive. Right, I've changed to a different composition. I'm going horizontal, and the light is just starting to come out now. There's a gap in the cloud over there, and yeah, I think it's going to be good for maybe a few minutes. So I'm really hoping to get the light on the fields over there, but I think I'm probably going to have to go a little bit higher on my tripod. And then the water's just being lit up on here, and the heather looks nice with the path going through. So I think this works pretty well. I love this time of the year. Midges are still here. I've moved back a little bit from where I was just down along the wall. And I think this works a little bit better because I've got a little bit higher. I'm not worried too much about that peak now touching the horizon. I've got to be careful about this lake on the side here, and on the photo you can see all the lake. And the light cast on this grass just looks absolutely fantastic. You've always got to be careful when you're shooting like this that you know, you look at the horizon, you think it's good, but your camera's a little bit lower and you miss the composition. So I'm just checking that, but the light over there is just so good. In fact, I'm going to take a shot just over there, I think, of the light on the fields in a minute. But this is as good as it gets, I think. So just because the heather's out doesn't mean you have to photograph it. These grasses here are really nice. It's better shooting into the sun a little bit because you get the sort of amazing light off the water that's just fallen, but I feel like this is quite nice. I don't think it's going to be as good as the other shots, but I wanted to shoot it anyway just so that we can have a look at it. It really is amazing. I think we've got a little bit more light and then there might not be any more for a while, so just got to make the most of it, and then hopefully I'll find some different areas to shoot. But this is so good. I didn't quite manage to get this shot, which is the shot that I really want to get. Oh, the heather's so good. Usually it's not that thick and in colour here. So what I'm going to try and do is just hopefully just wait. I'm just going to wait. I could go higher up, but I feel like I'm just going to explore this just one area here and see what I can get out of it. I feel like there's a lot still to photograph here. I can mess about with compositions, try and find some different compositions whilst I'm waiting for the sun. Please come out, sun. But yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing here is this heather you can see right in the foreground. I'm going to do it vertical at the shot, and this should work really well. You get the fields over there, the top of the hen cloud over there, and then this rock here. It really doesn't look great over there. I'll show you. We just had that, you can see the blue gap up there, and now there's a bit of a dark cloud, so I'm unsure what it's going to be like. Oh, it's so good around here. It's so nice, just especially because it's wet. It makes such a big difference when everything's wet. Now I could use a polarizer, but I'll try one. When I shoot again, I'll try a shot with and without a polarizer. I don't think it's going to make any difference. I'm going to hold it in front. I mean, just over there, it looks fantastic. I'll just show you with my phone what it looks like over there, because it is amazing. So, yeah, so I'm here, and then right over there, you can see the sun's still catching that over there, and it just looks incredible all around. Well, doesn't get better than this, does it? Out on a lovely evening in the heather, nobody around, boom. Brilliant. I always feel like it's a good idea when you're waiting for light just to explore different things, try things that you think may not work. Sometimes you uncover things that just aren't there. So I'm just sort of experimenting here and got my phone and just having a look around. You know, you can go wide angle, maybe zoom in a bit, just see if there's anything that you might have missed. So go around here. And then there's some water here, which looks quite interesting actually. You know, is that going to work if the sky lights up? Can I use that as a reflection? It probably can actually. I think that would look quite good. Maybe have to get a bit lower, but then you're going to lose a lot of the foreground. It becomes a completely different shot now. Yeah, it's probably doesn't connect you to the distance there, but you come up a little bit and it sort of leads you through a little bit better. And you can just sort of find things. I mean, that's quite good there because you're starting to get, don't fall down the cliff, You're starting to get a little bit of an S by just coming to the right hand side here. So that could work out to be quite a nice shot. I've got the heather, I've got some water reflecting the sky. And it's always a good idea just to keep looking, keep your eye peeled. I'm shooting here in an area that is probably to that rock over there, about 30, 40 yards down this path and to where I am now. A triangle area in that size, and well, you'll see all the different shots that I get. There's always more shots than you think, and there's a temptation to keep walking. And I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but sometimes just looking around your environment is a better idea. Right, come on son, we need you. Okay, it's raining. So the plan is that I'm going to wait. The rain's going to go over, there's going to be a rainbow over there. Everything's going to light up and I'm going to get the shot of the decade. That's probably not going to happen. I'm just probably going to get wet and eaten by midges, but you just never know. So yeah, I'm just going to wait it out. I mean, it looks pretty. It's one of those things that it looks good over there, but there's not really a composition, I don't think. These trees are quite nice, so I might try and take a shot whilst I'm waiting, and then hopefully just shoot this when the really nice light hits it, because it looks like there's a gap on the horizon. It looks like one of those amazing evenings where you just get that gap where light might come through. Fingers crossed. Okay, it's raining really hard now, but I found a different composition I was just about to go and shelter, and I found a composition here. Let me show you it. I'm just going to figure out how to use my camera. It's been a while. So yeah, this is looking pretty good, I think. I just really like this. I think it's, I really like the rocks going around like that. Again, you can see a little bit of heather, but not too much. I'm putting my camera down still, so that's good for the rain because there's no drops on it, but it is really rainy. My camera's really wet. I'm really wet. My microphone's really wet. My microphone's really wet. I covered it up then, so you probably didn't hear that first bit. So, could be a rainbow. If the light comes out now and the rain keeps going in that direction, there could be a rainbow. This could be so spectacular. Okay, I think it's showtime. Don't think we're going to get a rainbow. The rain's long gone now, but we are going to get some light. As you can see over there, the light's starting to be great, but over there, it is really spectacular. So, in typical Nigel style, I haven't really decided on the exact composition I'm going to shoot yet, so I'm just going to run around like an idiot. There's a shot here I've shot many times before, so I think I'll get that, and then I'm going to shoot the rock that I was talking about, and then just keep running. Right, I've changed my mind. I've gone horizontal because I really want to get the fields over there that have just got gorgeous light on them, and the light over there is, I think, even more gorgeous, but I can't get everything, so I've zoomed in a little bit. I'm at 30mm now. There's no light on the heather, and there's a little bit of light over there. I don't think it's going to quite dip down into here, so I might just move over there and just see if I can use some of that light on the, I've taken this shot, I might just use some of the light that's just been shone over there. So I'm going to move over here. I found something here that I think's quite interesting. You can see the sun's behind me here. This is the only bit of heather that's getting the light, so I wanted to try and use that. I've got these grasses here. I think they look good on camera. They're either going to look really, really good, or I'm going to really regret it. But I've got the shot. I'm going to move around and get some different shots, I think. The clouds in the background here just look so good. They look so good. This is just so amazing. I mean, everywhere looks good. Just look at the light over here. It's so spectacular. Oh, you just want to take photos everywhere. Right, think. So I'm going to get this shot, and now I'm going to, I think I've got this shot focused, stacked. I've not bracketed, I don't think I need to. There's not a huge amount of dynamic range. So yeah, it's pretty good. So I think it really does pay to just stay in one location. I ended up running around just in this little location to get different compositions, but I was about to walk up higher, and I'm glad that I stopped that, because I would have got a good shot up there, but I think just be able to tick this off and think that I've got a really nice shot in really nice light with the heather. There's still some shots to get, which I'm going to do now, and then we'll go back, print them out, and I'll show you them in the studio. Wow, what an evening. So that was it, and I am so glad that I stayed here. The light was absolutely fantastic, and it was just such an amazing evening. I think I've got some really good photos. I can't wait to show you them, all printed out. Back to the studio. So if you did like the video, then please give it a like and a subscribe, more importantly. If you're not subscribed, and I think 50% of people watching this video isn't subscribed, then that'll massively help. I'm almost there at 500,000. It feels like a target that I just can't quite get to. So any help from you guys will be massively appreciated. I'm gonna really be putting a lot more videos out, so hopefully that's going to kickstart my channel again. But these photos I put on a blog along with other photos that I've taken from the same location. You can decide for yourself whether you think these are the best that I've taken. I think they are. But you know, I've sort of got those emotions of how fantastic it was, but I think they are. The heather was great, the lighting was just amazing. I probably didn't get the best composition. There's always a better composition, isn't there? But I quite liked it. So this is the first one, which I think is probably my favourite. The only thing is these grasses here. I'm not 100% sure about them. When I took it, I thought it was good, but I'm not as sure now. So yeah, but I really like the light on the background here, and the light, just the warm light here, the lighting the cloud up. The sun was coming from the right hand side, as you saw in the video. I've stacked this as well, so it's two photos. So there's a focus there and a focus there. The dynamic range wasn't that great, so I didn't do any bracketing, but it is stacked. It's funny actually, when you get the light on heather, I always feel like it never looks quite as good as when it's in the shade, as you could see in the photo I'll just put on screen now. Anyway, before I show you the next one, that blog that I've put online is a link in the description below, and I did that with Squarespace, who are the sponsor of this week's video. As you know, Squarespace have supported me for a long time, and I'm a great believer of putting your photos online and sharing them, and there's no better platform or no better time to do it than now with Squarespace. No excuses. If you've got no technical skills whatsoever, then it's super easy to build a website, and you can just head to Squarespace, make your blog, you can sell things if you want to, and it just does everything for you. So take a look at squarespace.com, go to /Nigel, you get 10% off, or use offer code Nigel. Right, let's go to this next one. This is a shot that I was sort of preparing. It rained really hard, and I was hoping for a rainbow actually, but we didn't get one. But I really like these rocks, and I really like the way the light was reflecting off them. When you get clouds above, like this cloud here, then it creates like really dark shadows over areas where it is. So you can see over here is a really dark shadow, but this light here is reflecting off this rock that's just been soaked with water. So you get really interesting things, I think, when it rains. Everything gets a little bit saturated as well, so that's really good. So I thought this worked well, and what's interesting is I took the same shot. You can probably see both of them together here. Just move that out of the way. Yeah. So I took the same shot when the light was on it, and it's just so interesting how that change in light, the change in the cloud positions, massively changes the whole dynamic of this image. So here, this isn't quite as wet. It's not reflecting the light quite the same because there's no sunlight or brighter light coming through. The sunlight on this one wasn't hitting it directly, but the sun was higher in the sky, so it was being diffused by the cloud and hitting that. So it just changes it so much, and it just shows the same composition can look different in different lights, and it's something always to think about. I'm not sure which one I like. I really like the bottom of this one and the top of that one, but I don't know, I like both of them. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. And then finally, I just want to show you this one, because this was a shot I took with my drone. So one of the advantages of having a drone is that you can go wherever you want when time's of essence, really. So I couldn't have climbed up to this rocky area up here. It's quite a long way away. The light kicked off. I didn't have that sort of 5-10 minute window. You're running around like a headless chicken. So I flew my drone up here because I thought, well, actually I can get these really nice rocks and shoot into the sunset. Because in this location here, this one, you were shooting sort of with the sunset to the right. There was no shot shooting into the sunset here. So I think this worked really well. I really like it. It was just taken with a mini drone. As you know, I love drones, and I think that it's great for this scenario where you don't think you can get to a particular location, but you can just fly your drone there really quickly. And actually, if I'd have been in this location, I wouldn't have got this shot because I'm quite high. I say quite high, probably about 15 meters above the ground, and I think it worked really, really well. So I've got a big project starting tomorrow. I'm actually going in my camper van, starting this big project around England where I'm going to be photographing every county in England. It's going to take a long time. It's going to really test out my camper van, and I'm going to be working really hard to try and get good photos in every county. It would be massively helpful if you can share any ideas you've got in the county that you live in. I put a link below with a form in where you can fill it in, and then I'm going to use that and use AI to basically take all that data and plot it on a map. And then the other thing is that if you're happy, then I could probably share that map with everybody, so we've all got a map of all good locations. And I'll put my locations that I find on there as well. And we'll just provide it as a free resource of good locations in England. So there's a link in the description. That'd be really helpful. And if I go to any of the locations that are unique or I use any of them, then I'll give you a shout out and say thanks. I'm also going to do some meetups when I do this thing. So look out on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I'm going to do some meetups where, I'll just say probably in the afternoon, I'm going out this evening. If you want to join me, then join me. It's obviously, I don't want to give too much notice because otherwise there might be too many people, no parking, etc. I'm making myself look like I'm popular. Probably one person turns up. But anyway, that's that. And I'm going to start doing more regular videos as well. Not every Sunday, but more often than every other Sunday. And the next one is next Sunday. Thanks for watching. And until next Sunday, bye.